Hey, good Sunday morning, everybody. It's about 6:30, and I thought I'd kind of read this off to you. It's basically it's entitled. One fan posted this about 2 hours and 10 minutes ago, and down there it says right here, fan states, fu- uh, something. It says fan uh, puts final nail in Sonic 230's coffin. And what this means, is this fan basically acknowledges that 230 has been very debatable. In fact, this is what they say, and I quote, "Hey all, ranting about 230 again. As you can see from the title, 230 is a contested issue. Some saying that it was intense and Sally's sacrifice was beautiful and saved her from being a canon Sue, while others, like myself, say it is riddled with a dubious ex machina slash nihilo, whatever it is, it's Nihilo. Sally's sacrifice was forced, and she was never a Sue to begin with. Now, this is what they start off, and I quote, "We all know the drill. Sonic manages to save Sally from being reduced to chunky salsa, and as a bonus, the shot seemingly kills Silver Sonic, Onic, protifying its chest and leaving it in a smoking heap on the floor. From then on, Eggman's pulling more and more ridiculous crap out of nowhere, like a roboticizer that can apparently pull an orbital strike on half of Mobius. Yeah, don't ask me how that's possible with a beam and not a blast weapon. Metal Sonic turning up to die again, the Eggmobile being covered with more weapons than should be possible, and finally Silver Sonic appearing from nowhere and not being dead. All of this leads up to a scene where Sally talks over Nicole and never lets her finish a sentence that could possibly reveal a way out, and shooting herself with a roboticizer and giving us the current shit stain of an arc. Excuse my language on this Sunday morning, which is God's Day. Basically, this issue is a massive kick. This issue is a massive kick the dog and cock tease after Sally's death and all that Sonic did to save her. And now we get to the actual problem I just realized. Like several issues I have raised before, you can thank a Ian Flynn fan for this. Don't you just love it when the points they use to justify Ian's writing end up revealing more flaws with it? When Eggman unveils that the machine Ian is in fact a roboticizer, Sonic and Sally are both surprised and both decide that he's lost it. Because as far as they know, robotization is impossible. The only reason they spring into action is the fact that the beam will destroy any technology it hits. And they do it to save Bunny, Nicole, Jules, etc. Basically, they treat it like the Eclipse Cannon Light. And then when Sally and Nicole get under the thing, they suddenly both know that the beam will work on Sally. How? How could they possibly know that if not 5 minutes ago, Sally said that everyone is immune, and the only problem isn't blowing up machines, which is really impractical for a guy who wants to build a technological empire, especially since what exists of said empire is on the same continent he's about to shoot with the cannon. Yet she knows she's going to be roboticized? The sacrifice is forced, plain and simple. So yeah, they basically that's what they feel. And I've come out and said this. I'm not too happy about what happened. I'm not too happy about what happened with her, but I can understand sometimes you need a situation that perhaps is going to draw, if not will draw the fans in and keep them interested for as long as it has to go. I can understand that, and I've given many examples throughout the past year and a half, if not 2 years, stating that very fact. You need to do that to get people interested in it and invested. In fact, you take a look at the Green Lantern series right now, you have this female android or whatever she is merging with the antagonist or fusing with the antagonist and becoming the new queen of his army, and you don't know how long that's going to last. And with the possibility that the series is canceled, and this series, of course, being Green Lantern on Cartoon Network, you don't know if you're going to get a resolution or not. But what it does by having this character do this is it keeps you interested, it keeps you invested, it keeps you wanting to come back for more. And whether we like what happened with Sally or not, that's exactly what is the deal here. Now, he does. Now, I'm not trying to side with anybody here, but this individual does bring up a good point. He states that if they mention earlier in the comic or earlier in the issue that robotization is impossible, then how in the world do they know it's going to roboticize her? See, that's one of the big questions, and I'm sure this individual, this fan, along with many fans, whether they like the comic or they like the issue, the story arc, or they don't, or they're indifferent about it, hopefully they'll get a straight answer from Ian down the line. Because I've always felt that Ian had somebody else planned for this role, and if it's who I think it is, then it probably is no wonder why he went with Sally. But if it was Sally all along, then so be it. But again, we just have to wait and see exactly whether or not he had to make it Sally, who he originally had planned, if that was the case, or what. Because I understand a lot of people feel it's was forced and everything like this individual pointed out. So I'm not going to say who this individual is. I'm not going to say that at all. I will tell you it's not me, because honestly, I have never said anything about it being forced and contrived. If I would have said something like that, I would have said that right off the bat, because I would have read the issue, but I haven't. So, in all honesty, folks, this is not me, just to let you know that. But that's about it for what this person has to say about it. What do you guys think? Do you think he has a point? Or do you think perhaps he's not looking at every detail? Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll talk to you later.